Move in silence, because loud people rarely change. They talk, they announce, they seek attention before achievement. But real transformation, it happens quietly. The strongest people you will ever meet are usually the calmest in the room, not because they are weak, but because they no longer need validation. They are to focus building themselves, and that is what makes them dangerous. The world has become addicted to noise. Everyone wants to show the process, post the grind, announce the goals, talk about the future before they've earned it. But talking creates illusion. It makes you feel accomplished, without actually accomplishing anything. That's why most people stay stuck, because they confuse attention with progress. Real growth is different. Real growth is lonely, quiet, unseen. It is waking up early, without telling anyone, training when nobody is watching, working while others sleep, building while others scroll. That is power. Become dangerous in silence. Let people underestimate you. Let them think you're average, weak, lost, distracted. Meanwhile, you build, day after day, silently, relentlessly, because silence has power. Silence sharpens focus. Silence protects energy. Silence removes distraction. Not everyone deserves access to your plans. Some people secretly pray for your failure. Others laugh at your dreams, and many only support you. When success becomes visible, remember that. Move quietly, not out of fear, but out of discipline. There is something powerful about suffering in silence, not complaining, not seeking pity. Just enduring, learning, evolving. That's how warriors are built. David Goggins once said, "Be uncommon amongst uncommon people." Most people cannot handle isolation. They need noise, validation, attention. But the moment you become comfortable alone, you become unstoppable. Because now, your focus no longer depends on others. You stop needing applause. You stop explaining yourself. You stop proving yourself to people who never believed in you anyway. And suddenly, your energy changes. You become calmer. More disciplined, more controlled, not emotional, not reactive, focused. That is dangerous. A dangerous person is not someone loud, not someone angry, not someone trying to intimidate others. A truly dangerous person is someone who can control themselves, their emotions, their habits, their mind. Because self-control is a level of power most people never reach. Anyone can talk. Anyone can make promises. Anyone can pretend to be motivated. But very few people can stay consistent in silence. Very few people can keep going when nobody notices their effort. Can you? Can you keep building even when results are invisible? Can you stay disciplined without external validation? Can you suffer quietly without giving up? Because that is where transformation happens. The seed grows underground first, invisible, silent, alone. But one day, it breaks through the surface, stronger than anyone expected. That should be you. Disappear from distractions. Disappear from meaningless noise. Disappear from people who drain your energy. And spend time with yourself. Because when you are alone, you meet the real you. The undisciplined you, the distracted you, the weak mindset hiding beneath comfort. Face it, fix it, build it. Most people avoid being alone because silence exposes everything. Your excuses, your insecurities, your wasted potential. But growth begins the moment you stop running from yourself. So sit in silence, work in silence, train in silence, build in silence. And one day, your results will speak so loudly that nobody will remember how quiet you were. There will come a moment when people suddenly notice you, your discipline, your confidence, your presence, and they'll ask, how did you change so much? They will never understand the sacrifices you made in private, the mornings you forced yourself to rise, the nights you stay focused, the battles you fought internally. Because while they were distracted, you were transforming, brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. That is how dangerous people are created. Not overnight, not through motivation, but through consistency. Understand this. A lion does not need to announce its presence. Its energy speaks first. Be like that ... Stop talking so much. Stop explaining your future. Stop revealing every move. Move differently. Silently, patiently, strategically. Because power grows best in silence. And once you finally reach your next level, you won't need revenge. You won't need validation. You won't need to prove anything. Your life will speak for you. And that is the ultimate flex. So become dangerous, not to the world, but to your old self, your old habits, your old mindset, your old excuses. Destroy weakness quietly, build strength privately, and let success arrive loudly. Move in silence, build in darkness. Discipline your mind, sharpen your body, protect your energy ... And one day, without warning, you will become someone nobody saw coming. Become dangerous in silence, and let your results make the noise. And when your results finally arrive, don't announce them. Don't chase attention. Don't beg people to notice you, because real power does not need validation. The strongest transformations happen quietly. A man trains in silence for years, and one day, the world calls him talented. People see the victory, but never the sacrifice behind it. They never see the loneliness, the discipline, the self-control, the nights you fought your own mind. But you will remember, and that memory will make you uncheckable. Because once you suffer for growth, you stop fearing difficulty. You become different, more patient, more focused, more dangerous. Not dangerous because you hate people. Dangerous because now you can control yourself. And self-control is rare. Most people are slaves. To distraction, to emotion, to comfort, to impulse. But you learn how to stay disciplined. Even when life became heavy, that changes a person forever. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop wasting energy proving yourself. You stop chasing approval. And suddenly, you become calm, cold ... focused, like a weapon that only moves when necessary. That is why silence is powerful. Because silence teaches observation, and observation teaches understanding. You begin to notice things others miss. Fake people, fake opportunities, fake motivation, and the more aware you become, the more selective you become. With your energy, with your time, with your circle. Because you finally understand. Energy is currency, and not everyone deserves access to yours. Protect your peace, protect your focus, protect your future. There is a reason. Most successful people work quietly for years, before the world notices them, because mastery requires isolation. And isolation reveals character. When nobody is watching, who are you? Do you still work? Do you still train? Do you still stay disciplined? Or do you only move when people are looking? That answer defines your future. Because average people need accountability from others. But dangerous people, they hold themselves accountable. Even in silence, even in darkness, even when motivation disappears. That is true discipline. And discipline creates freedom. Freedom from weakness, freedom from excuses, freedom from the old version of yourself ... One day, you'll look back at the person you used to be and barely recognize them. The insecure version, the distracted version, the weak version, gone. Replaced by someone stronger, someone sharper, someone who built themselves when nobody believed in them. That is why this journey matters. Not for attention, not for status, not for applause, but for self-respect, because there is no better feeling than becoming the person you once desperately needed. So stay quiet, Stay focused. Stay disciplined. And remember, not every move needs to be seen. Not every battle needs to be explained. Not every goal needs to be announced. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is disappear, work in silence, and shock everyone later. Move silently, train relentlessly, build patiently, and become so powerful that your presence alone changes the atmosphere. Become dangerous in silence, and let the world wonder how you did it. And the truth is, most people will never understand your transformation because they only see the final result, not the process. They see the confidence, but not the insecurity you fought through. They see the strength, but not the pain that built it. They see the discipline, but not the sacrifices behind it. That's why you must stop seeking understanding from everyone. Most people only understand success after it becomes visible. Before that, they doubt you, question you, underestimate you. Let them. Because doubt can become fuel if you stop taking it personally. Every time someone underestimates you, train harder. Every time life hits you, become wiser. Every time you fail, return stronger. That is how dangerous people think. They don't break easily because life already tested them. Again, and again, and again. And each time, instead of collapsing, they adapted. Like iron and fire, pressure changed them. Pain sharpened them. Silence matured them. That's why your struggles matter. Not because suffering is beautiful, but because suffering reveals character. Comfort hides weakness. Pressure exposes it. And once your weaknesses are exposed, you finally know what must be fixed. That's the advantage of hard times. They force honesty. No masks, no pretending, no fake confidence, just you, facing yourself, And that is the hardest battle a person can fight, not against the world, against themselves, against laziness, against distraction, against fear, against the voice saying, just quit. Win that battle, and nobody can stop you, because external success always begins with internal victory. First you conquer your mind, then you conquer your habits, then you conquer your life. That is the order, not motivation first, not confidence first, discipline first, because discipline continues long after motivation disappears. Anyone can feel inspired for one day, but can you stay locked in? For months, for years, can you keep going? Without immediate results, without praise, without attention. That is rare, and rare people create extraordinary lives. So stop rushing the process. Strong foundations take time. A tree that grows too fast breaks easily in storms, but the one with deep roots survives everything. Build deep roots, deep discipline, deep focus, deep self-respect, and eventually, your external world will reflect your internal growth. You won't need to fake confidence anymore. You'll naturally carry it, not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. That is the real goal. Not an easy life, a stronger mind. So keep building, quietly, patiently, relentlessly, and one day, you'll wake up and realize you became the person you once admired from a distance. Become dangerous in silence, until your success becomes impossible to ignore. And when success finally arrives, stay humble because arrogance destroys. What discipline build? Never forget who you used to be. The tired version, the insecure version, the version that almost gave up. Remember them, because that pain became your fuel, and fuel matters. Without purpose, discipline dies. That's why you must always remember why you started, not for attention, not for approval, but because you were tired of living beneath your potential. You were tired of weakness, tired of excuses, tired of watching life pass by while you stayed the same. So you changed, quietly, patiently, painfully, and real change is painful because growth demands sacrifice. You sacrifice comfort for progress. You sacrifice distraction for focus. You sacrifice temporary pleasure for long-term greatness. Most people refuse to pay that price. That's why most people remain average. Average habits, average mindset, average life. But average was never your destiny. Not if you're willing to suffer for something greater. And understand this, being dangerous in silence does not mean becoming cold-hearted. It means becoming disciplined enough to control your emotions instead of letting them control you. It means staying calm when chaos surrounds you. It means staying focused when distractions attack you. It means continuing forward, even when nobody believes in you. That is rare strength, because weak people need external support to keep moving. Strong people create momentum internally. They wake up with purpose. They move with intention. They protect their energy, and over time, that consistency creates power, not fake internet motivation. Not temporary hype, real power. The kind of power that changes your entire presence. People feel it before you even speak. Your discipline shows in your eyes. Your focus shows in your actions. Your standards show in your lifestyle. And suddenly, you no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities begin chasing you. Because the world respects people who respect themselves. That is why self-respect matters so much. And self-respect is earned through hard choices. Daily choices, silent choices. Every time you stay disciplined, you build self-respect. Every time you break your own excuses, you build self-respect. Every time you do what's necessary, instead of what's comfortable, you build self-respect, and eventually, that self-respect becomes confidence. Not loud confidence, not fake confidence, quiet confidence. The most dangerous kind. The kind that doesn't need attention. The kind that doesn't seek approval. The kind that simply knows its worth. Become that person. A person who stays calm under pressure. A person who keeps promises to themselves. A person who continues building, even when nobody notices. Because one day, everything you built in silence will finally reveal itself. And people will think it happened overnight ... But you will know the truth. You will know it was built through years of discipline, pain, consistency, and sacrifice. That is why silence matters, because silent work creates loud results. So, disappear from distractions ... Protect your peace. Master yourself, and keep building. Even if nobody claps for you yet. Even if nobody understands you yet. Even if progress feels invisible right now. Keep going, because greatness often looks invisible before it becomes undeniable. Move in silence, build in darkness, and become so disciplined that success eventually has no choice but to find you.